Plan to try my hand today at something different. This turbo manifold business. I try to fabricate a manifold for this G turbo. So you got your customer to buy all the necessary parts and elbows, lock by elbows, the turbo, the Garrett, G25. That's it right up there. So that should be mainly it. You gotta cut off the flange of the stock manifold, and you can pull down the one that's on the vehicle right now. So basically, the customer want a top mounted manifold rather than having the manifold with the turbo at the bottom. You're gonna put the turbo at the top, so you're gonna have to remove the radiator. So they say they were gonna go half core, so it should make it a little easier deal for me. I'm gonna fight in that tight space. But yeah, so you gotta look to try to remove the turbo and remove the radiator and see what sort of space that we have, and decide now how we're gonna plan it. Come up pretty straight. That's a little cleanup. Level off and pull down one on the car and bolt this up. See if we can figure out a design. Once that you can come down and then turn and come back up. Alright, so this is the space that I have to work with at the moment. Turbo off, manifold off. Alright, so we're gonna bolt on the flange onto the turbo, and I'm going to rest now the turbo in the position that you want it to go. What you do is tap the flange onto the collector. That way we'll be able to get a better estimate now of where I can route the pipe. Once that one pipe is run, I should be able to get the rest to follow in the same, basically in the same pattern in a sense, but it's to get the turbo exactly where I want it first. By the way, I ain't an expert manifold maker or not big time manifold fabricator. I do the two on my car, but I don't usually do for customers. But I mean, in these times now, you can't turn down work and run from certain jobs, so you're trying to help out a man and trying to learn for yourself too. The only way to learn is to try things and do things. Slacking up the hose in the turbo. should make the compressor side swivel. Give me a little clearance. Alright. And I'm gonna pull back off the manifold. Clean up a couple of the valves and tack on. Take the collector. Take the collector off of the turbo and tap the collector and the flange onto what I had marked now for this runner. So hopefully when it rests back on, everything should be in line in a sense. So I could make the rest of the runners now to the collector. This is what I have so far now. Line up that mark that I got there, and I got 2 marks on this. I'm gonna line up with 2 marks on that. So hopefully when I tack all 2 of them together, then I'll trade them together. That everything should line back up there in the engine bay. So it's basically to get the rest of the 3 pipes from the manifold flange to run back to the 3 other collector pipes. Usually you put 2 side by side to run 1 and 4, and the other 2 side by side to run 2 and 3. So we will see if we could get that over. If you could get this back one here that next to number 1 to run to number 4, get this one here to go to number 4 then, and 2 of those there should be hopefully be able to go to the 2 of those at the front. So what I feel I'm gonna do first, let me see, maybe easier to do 2 and 3 first at the front. That way that it won't gotta be, if I do 4, it won't gotta be squeezing up under there. So we'll do number 2 next, then go on to number 3, then go on to number 4. Keys going to get this a turn, then get it turn again, and come back to this one. Just come down, turn here, turn again, come back up. That's number 3. Number 3 that done. Look at it coming along fairly nice. At least I got 3 of them even so far. Number 4 is the furthest out, so I gotta see if I cut that one a little shorter rather than going too deep. Cut it a little narrow up. Actually, basically like number 1. Off again now and try to get that pipe joined to the collector. So this is the outcome at the moment. Heavy though, shouldn't crack. Oh shit, so the pipe's still moving. Alright, so everything look almost perfectly even. And then measure each of them almost, just maybe out by maybe a ½ inch of that much. But, yeah. What I'm gonna do is clean up all the black pipe, and we'll go over them with the take down. Hopefully should get a cleaner weld, a nicer cleaner weld. And also you're gonna weld through the collector and the flange. So we're gonna do all that first before we weld them onto the head pipe. There's one runner complete. I think this is number 4. This one is number 1. So real hard. See, it isn't the prettiest, but it's all about functionality. Remember about how pretty it is. Pretty though net performance. What we're gonna do is finish weld through this one and weld through the collector, and then we'll weld through the other two, number 2 and 3 then, and then just put together all 20 flange. And what I'm feeling to do is make a jig the same time then to bolt the flange to the jig, so that in case I want to replicate another one of them, it should be pretty easy then. Number 2, I think this one is number 1. This one should be, I think, number 4. Can't remember, but yeah. Alright, so all done weld through. Just double check. Right, so what I did now, make a jig, 2 pieces of plate, drill holes, bolt the flange to, bolt the flange to that, and then bolt the turbo flange to this plate. What I'm going to do now is just weld this to this. So basically, if I want to replicate a manifold or even something similar for a top mount manifold, I would just bolt the flange to this plate, make a flange, or get a flange, bolt it to this plate, get the head flange, and this location is exactly where the turbo is going to sit, no matter what the construction or type of manifold it is. So even if it's a simple basic log type where you want to come off there and come short there or whatever, you can always put the turbo back in this exact position. Alright, so that's 3 welded through. You got 1 more to do. It should be this number upside down, so that'll be number 4. That'll be number 4. Okay, so come something like this. Come out too bad though. Any prettiest, but functionality. Once it stand rigid and will crack up and break like them small thin runner, sorry. The runners with thin walls, that's crack easy. Should be good. And the two that on my car that I build, I ain't had no problems with them so far. This one is forward facing. This one they come up fairly simple and nice. And the one that on the race engine, that one's still kicking strong. The thing is, I didn't put that much effort into none of 2 of these ones compared to that one, so I feel that one should be even better than the 2 of these. Right, so that's the completed manifold. Got a couple small pieces that I got weld through still, but I will gotta take them off when the bolts off. But you get round as much as possible around there so the flange don't warp. So then a couple little welds in between by the bolt holes shouldn't warp the flange just by pulling them little beads there. Yeah, this will be just that. I think one somewhere around the back of there. All I do is rest in my half-size radiator from my car, and because the customer doesn't have his half sizes yet, so I rest that in to see what sort of space and position I can put the wastegate. So I got about maybe a ½ inch or so space when it bolt on, right down between there. So it's just about through the wastegate flange down. What we'll do is get it poured into, clean up the inside with any slag or any small thin piece of welding or anything, so just so it wouldn't go inside the back of the turbo, and just finish weld through a couple of the runners, and that should be it for the manifold. So all these small fine pieces of parts of the manifold I deburred and try to get off as much as possible. That way any fine pieces of metal or welding or slag wouldn't drop off and go back in the turbo. So that's the completed project. Hopefully customer satisfied. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe.